Hey guys, and welcome back to MPTcraft. My name is Escore, and today's video will be separated into two parts, where the first part is the wool replacement mechanics, and the second part will be the calculation of the points afterwards. And yeah, so as you can see, this contraption consists of 3 layers, and each layer has 2 colors in it. So, for example, this layer is blue and red, where the left area is for the blue color and the right area is for the red color. And also these areas are also separated into 2 parts, where the left area is the exact same copy of the command blocks like the right side. So they're both exactly the same. And I just did this to make the wool replacement a little bit faster, more reliable, and yeah, to have double the speed of replacing the wool blocks. And if I now go up here, you can see that I have set up 5 command blocks. And the first command block will add an objective called player. The second command block will add an objective called points. This command block over here will fill a specific area with the specific coordinates to wool block, black wool blocks. And if I press this button, you can see that a big area will spawn. But if I run on it, nothing will happen. The wool will not be replaced like in my video game that I made, Minigame, because you still have to set your score to which player you want to be, because this defines the color that you get. And now if I run on this platform, you will see that the color will change. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? And this button right here will show the points. This is setting the display to the sidebar of points. So as you can see now I have captured 19 blocks, and it will increase as I run. And if I now go over here and copy this, this, and set my score to 2, you will see that now as I run there will be another color called blue, and it will also count the points. And if I run over here, red will be will get smaller, so there will be the points removed, and blue will increase. And as I run over all red colors, you will see that it's now 0, and I have the blue ones. 99. Okay, this will kick the OCD in of you guys, so I will not run onto another color. But yeah, and I have the MCEDIT schematics for you, and I will upload it so you can use it in your games. How this works is basically, so for each color there will be an execute command which tests for a player that has the player score of 6 in this case, or 5 in this case, because there are 6 possible players. And then it will fill an area beneath the player, 1 block beneath the player, with a size of 1 block. So if you put numbers right here, then it will be a bigger area, but it was 1 block that I wanted. And then it will replace black wool blocks, because this is the second part where it says color code 15, with color code 1 blocks. And if this does not work, then nothing will happen. So if there are no black wool blocks beneath the player, nothing will happen. But if it does work, this comparator will turn on, which was really cool, because at first I tried it with test for block and then setting a block, but this was really too slow, so now I do both at the same time, which works pretty well. And if this command block turns on, then it will reset this one, so this can be activated again. And this one over here will add 1 to the specific player. So orange, for example, yellow, red, and so on and so on. And the other command blocks are for each other color. So for example, here I'm replacing the color code L11, here 4, here 5, 14, and 2. And after each comparator turns on, it will be reset again, and it will add 1 point again. So this bottom layer is almost the same, but there's another command block right here, which will remove the points of the other player. Yeah, and was quite easy to build. And now let's skip to calculating the points afterwards. So for this calculation, I have switched to the main map, which kinda looks like this. Quite a lot of command blocks, but you know this contraption over there already. It's a little bit different because I have some command blocks between them, and yeah, a little bit different because there are other game modes too. But yeah, the schematics is the main mechanics. And how the calculation was done, I just have to tell you this because it's really cool. I could have made a lot of calculations. So basically there are 6 colors, and because there is no less than or greater than in the command blocks language, you would have to program them per hand, so manually, and this would require to add a calculation objective. This calculation object would have been set to 0. Then you would have to add 1 with the operation command to this 0. So for example, I'm adding the points of the player called blue to the calculation value, and after that I'm removing the red one, and then I will have to test 3 different things. For example, if it's greater than, if it's less than, or if it's exactly the same amount. And this would be really hard, and that's why I simplified it, and it's actually just this and not the other 6 exclamation mark blocks, because I would need 6 multiplied by 5, multiplied by 4, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 2, multiplied by 1 blocks to do this calculation, and also more, which would be a lot of command blocks, but it's just these little command blocks right here that do the magic. And how this works is basically, at first I have a hopper clock, but this is just setting it up. This right here tests which ending of the game I have, so this depends on the game mode. And after that it will teleport players to a specific location and say calculation winners, please be patient. And after that it will start. It will set every player to winner equals 1. So everyone is a winner at first. After that it will add the points score from a player green, for example, to the player that is playing the green one. So now the score of points of the player is equal the point score of the player green, and this is for every color. So 6 gets the pinkish points, 3 gets the yellow points, red points, orange points, and so on and so on. And because this right here will not be reset, this has no block data command, this comparator will stay on until end game is reset. So this torch will turn off till it is reset, and so this hopper clock can turn on, and now really cool magic happens. And this over here, right over here, will test for players that still have a minimum value of points of 1. And you need at least 2 players, because there are 2 redstone lines before there's the repeater, to actually activate this torch. And because this is always on, whereas this is testing for the specific winners and then shouting them out. So for example, right here it tests if the player 6 is a winner, so the winner is 1, then it will shout pinkish 1, so this will tell pinkish, and this is for the other players and will tell orange and so on in the specific color, and this over here will tell winners. And yeah, so because this is always on, at first if this turns off, this will be tested, and because every player has at least 1 point, because they spawn on wool blocks, this will be activated for 100%, and so this torch turns off. And now because this is off, I need to set the score of a player to 0 to make this redstone right here not powered. So this turns on again and will actually display the text and the text of the other ones, because right now it's on, and if there are 2 players it will turn off, and then if there is only 1 player left with points 1, then it will turn on again and display the text. And after that, of course, this is just the reset for everything. And right here it's testing for draw, which is also not that hard. Yeah, it's kind of basically testing if there is a player with a minimum value of 1 and score winner a minimum of 1, also 1. So because there is a negation, so if there is no winner, because this is a negation, is there a winner? Yes, then this will turn on and this will turn off. And because this is an AND gate, the AND gate will not work because this torch is still on. And on the other side it will test if the end game is 0 0, and if it is 0 0, then this will give a pulse, and yeah, then it will display draw and then reset these blocks, of course. And so the main magic behind this is, as you have seen, you need the winner score to display the winners, and everyone is a winner at first, and the other one is the score points. And these are the magic command blocks, where it tests for if a player is there that has a player minimum value of 1, so he's playing, because a player that is playing has a score between 1 and 6, which defines the color, and he has at least 1 point. Then it will so first, because these command blocks are executed in this order, so this command block first, then this one, and then this one, which you can find out if you place command blocks like this. Go like say 1 and say 2, say 3, and then you do them in the correct order, so you can see which command block will be executed first. And yeah, so if there is still a player, then this will be executed first. And right here, every player that has score points of 0, it will be set winner to 0. So now we take the winners from the players, because every player was a winner before, and we take the winner score from the players, so we only have winners that are really winners. And then this is executed, and we'll use the remove command to remove a point from a player that has a minimum value of 0 points. And you might ask, why not 1 point? It works better with 0 points. And it was a lot of trying, and I had luck that it worked this way. And I did not have to make 100 command blocks for this calculation. And yeah, it will remove 1 point of them if they have a point, and if it's 0, then it will set winner to 0. And after that it will reset this command block right here, and everything can happen again. And this is always at A, so it's for every player. And over here, because if you only remove 1 point and there's a very large area, you get about, as you have seen, I had 99 blocks in the wool replacement part at the beginning. It would take quite a while to wait 99 ticks, and you can still have more. You can get about 300 or more points, and this would take really long. And that's why I have added this command block. This tests for a player that has minimum of 11 points, because this one here is removing 1 point. I have to do 11 and not 10. And if there are still 11 points, then if the minimum value is at least 0 points, then it will remove those 10 points. And after that it will reset the contraption again, so this can run again. And yeah, it works pretty good. So now you remove 10 every time. You remove 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and this is the actual command block who sets the winner after that. So it sets the winner to 0. and it works pretty well with a score of 11 and 1. And yeah, I'm glad that it worked. It was so cool that I had to explain it to you. Um, I hope it was not too boring and instead educational. I'm not sure if players actually watch this till the end. But yeah, and this over here is not important for you because this is for another game mode. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. The MCEDIT schematic of the wool replacement is in the description. And have fun copying, have fun playing.